Hello everybody, Warrior here, and welcome to ASKA. Now, I know I say this a lot, but this is a game that I have been looking forward to playing for quite a while. And the thing that finally got me to buy it and to jump in and play this game was they added in the fact that you can now sail on your ship and go to other islands and find resources and things. And let's just say that really got me interested. Now, I will show you, I did jump into a little bit of a game. I just threw it on here as a test. I jumped in and I played it for like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes just to kind of get my feet wet a little bit. I have seen a few videos and things on this, but I just want to make sure that I was doing what I wanted to. Now, I want to see, I've seen some people do this, so let's see if we can make our own seed. Like the, where did the G go? Can I get the G? We will make sure that we upload this to the cloud. We're at Ragnar. This is the guy that we decided to make, or I kind of made this guy. Was it yesterday that I played it? Yeah, yesterday. Uh, there's a few customization things that you can do. You can change tattoos. You can change tattoo colors. You can change some hairstyles, some beard styles, and color, eye color as well. There are only two characters to pick from, Ragnar, and I can't remember what the other one is called. I can't remember her name. But anyway, I went with Ragnar because he, I think, is more melee, and the other character, I believe she is more ranged. And I kind of wanted to go with a little bit of a melee thing, mostly so that, because early game, you end up using a lot more melee weapons than you do ranged weapons. So we're getting this world created. So apparently this is going to work. So if you guys want to play along, you guys know exactly what seed it is. This could be a terrible seed. Everybody say hello to the guy that crashed us here on this island. See you later, buddy. All right. And we're going to start off here. We're just going to grab all this Jotun blood here. Make sure that we get all of it. If we stand close enough here, I should be able to hold T and grab all of those. That is 5 Jotun blood, which is enough to call us in our first person to help us out. So if you don't know about ASKA, it is a survival game, but it is also like a village builder or a city planner slash management game. So there is a few more things to it that are a little bit different. We are going to grab some of this thatch here from these reeds, because if I remember correctly, we can break this down so that we can make rope. And rope is something that is extremely valuable and is needed a lot in this game, even throughout the whole thing, to the point where there have been some people who have complained a little bit about the fact that it is so necessary and things. So there's quite a few guides and stuff out there about this. Now, this driftwood here is actually something that is new to the game with the update to... Oh, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight on our hands now. Oh, wow, that took more out of me than I expected. These guys are all over the beach. But the good news is they give us fibers, which we can use to make rope. This guy's coming at us as well. Let's see if we can... Oh. There we go. I gotta get the dodging down. That's something that's new to me for this game. But these guys give fibers, and the fibers are what you use to make rope. I want to make sure there isn't any more of them around us really quick, so that we can jump in here to the build menu, and we should be able to make some rope. So we're going to craft 2 rope. We should have enough sticks that I believe I can get a pickaxe. What am I missing? Oh, the stone blades. I forgot about those. Can I make 1? Do I need 2 for the pickaxe? I think I do, right? I do. So let's grab some more stone and rope. But if we go into our inventory here, I believe I can do this and get fiber, which means we'll be able to make some more rope. This little guy is your little tutorial. He'll tell you exactly what to do, so we can view the hint, find resources around us. If we press F, which I changed that, it was on a different button, but I changed it to F just because it's a little bit closer to my movement buttons here. So that'll be, for me, it's a little bit easier. We've been playing some other games, and the buttons are different. Sprint is shift. And in that game, sprint was not on shift. It was on left control, which is sneak on here. So we need to find some stones, which are easier to find here on the beach. And once we get this started here, if we can get ourselves a pickaxe, we'll be able to get to stones a little easier. I will be gathering some reeds and stuff here soon as well. I just want to make sure I find all of the little stones. Here we go. Make sure we can get ourselves all of our early game equipment here. Can only make 2 more blades. Is that enough to get us the pickaxe and the axe? Let's do pickaxe first. Yes, okay, so we can get the pickaxe and the axe. We are going to need the wooden hoe, the hammer, and the knife as well. We don't need the fishing rod just yet. So what do we need for the wooden hoe? We need 2 blades for that. We just need some sticks for this, so we might as well grab that. We need rope and stone blades for this as well. Okay. So one of the things that you always want to be looking for in this game is flax. Now, these reeds are pretty good because they give thatch, but I don't want to use up all of these for fibers, just because I believe that we need that thatch to make ourselves some buildings and things as well. I'm not 100% sure. I have watched, a few things on here, but I've tried to not figure out how to play this game 100%, and I forget that it is not the right click or left click to harvest things. It is press and hold R, which is a little different for me, but that's okay. So one thing that we are going to want to do is we're going to want to make ourselves our fire to start with. So let's see if we can pin that on here. We want the simple fire, which we can then upgrade later, which we can build this now. No, we can't. We need a few more sticks, which that's fine. We will be able to do that. There is a way to pin this, and I forget how to do it. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it. We just need a few more sticks. And I would like to try to find a place that is somewhat close to the water here. But I also want to make sure that we've got some water places. So this here is a Jotun blood shard. We can't harvest this big one just yet. We need some better equipment for that. But we can harvest their smaller ones around. But what I'm looking for is there is spots around here that have... Oh, good news is we can use our axe to fight these guys now, which means we do a ton more damage. I'm going to bring that guy over here because then I can pick up all of the fibers at the same time. Just press and hold, and that should give us a ton of fiber. There we go. We just picked up 9 fiber. We do need a few more sticks, so I'm going to grab this. And we no longer feel well hydrated, which means that our stamina is not going to regenerate as quickly. You can see down in the bottom left there we have food, water, and temperature. Because wintertime and nighttime get cold, and you want to make sure that you are not getting cold. I am not seeing a water source. So that's kind of the big thing that we need to find is we need to find ourselves a water source. We also want to know where the caves are, because I believe that is how we get iron later on in the game. And you don't really want to be traveling the entire map to get to... Okay, so we have one here. This area is not super flat. These rocks are going to be 100% in my way to try to build a village, so I don't want to build here, but we do have quite a few... Ooh, there's 2 right there. This actually might be where we... This might be where we build, because then we can do our fishing over there. You know what? This is where we're going to do it. It's not going to be ideal, but we can also make this a little bit nicer on ourselves by flattening the terrain around here as well. We've got some open space. We've got quite a bit of woods here by the looks of it. We'll take a look at the map here in a moment. I want this to be... I want our farm over here by the water sources that we have. So we've got the 2 here, so our farm can go this way. We'll have it go out that way, which means we're going to want our fire and our Odin, Eye of Odin, over this way some. So we are going to want to... Can I... where is it? Supply. That's what I wanted. So we can add fuel, we can ignite it, and then if we go to the fire menu... I don't need this to pop up again. We have our upgrade here. So if we do the upgrade, we're going to need a couple more stones and a couple of more sticks. So we're going to do that. I'm going to see if I can find all these stones and sticks. Well, might as well just do this. All right, so as of right now, the only thing that we can do, where is the sticks? I want to grab those. We can't chop down the bigger trees yet, so like the birch trees that are here, we can't chop those down just yet. And there's some other ones around here as well that we're not going to be able to chop down. Some bigger softwoods. But that is okay. We don't need to cut those down just yet. We'll get there eventually. We want to supply this. So there we go. So now we have a bigger campfire, which means I think we should be able to build the Eye of Odin now. Let me see. I'm not 100% sure exactly where Eye of Odin is built from. Maybe we can't yet. Maybe we have to upgrade it some more. Oh, we can make our weapons. Okay, resin, bone fragments, and stick for that one. And this is just sticks and resin. Okay. What do we need to do? Do we need to upgrade this again? Maybe we need to build a shelter. But let's get the cover placed so that we'll know where it is and we can... There we go. We'll pin that recipe. And I think after this, we'll be able to build our shelter, I believe. Oh, no, we can build a shelter now. So one thing that I want to do is I want to build the shelters near this. But I also want the Eye of Odin near them as well, because that will give us a buff to the comfort of these shelters. So whenever we call in our people to come help us, they'll have a comfort buff when they are staying in that area. I'm actually going to wait to do that until we get our thing. So what do we need for this again? We need more rope. We need bark. We need sticks. Okay. We have bark over here. All right. So we have enough bark and sticks. Wow, it is dark. We probably could turn the fire on, but I'm not sure if I really care to do that right now. It's not cold enough out for that. And now we need rope. Question is, do I see any flax nearby? We get a little bit here. No, this is berries. I lied. I probably should grab some water, actually, since we've got the water sources over here. Where'd they go? They're here somewhere. Yeah. So these little things here they give you water, but the good thing is you can build wells over those, which will give you a much better source of water as you progress. So let's see if we can find any flax right here. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So we've got a nice hardwood grove here, which isn't going to be super useful just yet. Ooh, some garlic. That'll be nice for later once we get our gatherers in. And berries. I'm not seeing much for flax here. I believe I can get some from this, though. Ooh, it did not give it to me. I thought I could get some from that, but I might be wrong. All right, let me grab everything I need to be able to make all this rope. And then I'll bring you guys back as we upgrade that. And then we'll also need to build the shelter, which means we got to get a hoe made so we can flatten the land. I believe we have enough to make a bunch of rope. So let's make rope times 5. We're going to need this, so I am not upset about the fact that I am making a ton of extra. So if we can supply this, we can hold E to build it. So this is one thing you do have to build sections in this. So it's not just a matter of always just throwing the items in there. You're actually going to have to sit here and spend some time building it. The good news is you can actually, your people can build it for you once you get them in, if you have them set to the proper things. What do we need? We need some stone blades. Oh shoot, I'm going to need to go grab more stone. Actually, let's just chop these up. We're going to need the big stones, I believe, to make the Eye of Odin. So having the big stones right here near us will be super easy. We're not going to have to carry them from any distance away. And we're going to want a second hoe as well. And the reason for that is we're going to want to terraform this area at least a little bit. And it'll be nice to have one of the villagers that we call in help us with that. We got injured while working. Luckily, that injury does not stay for very long. Let's just pick those up. I'm going to make make sure I have enough to make 2. And we'll make 5 stone blades. Okay, that works. And then we'll make one of these for now, and then we'll grab the sticks to make another one for later. So then if we come over here, we don't have to pull out the proper tool each time. Oh, this is going to raise this up a little bit, which that's okay. That won't be too bad, but I don't want to raise this up too much around here because I do not want to have this be like 30 different levels in the height wise. But let's see, we need big logs, right? We should have some laying down still from these trees we cut down. Where are we at? We can only carry one at a time, which kind of stinks, but this will get better as we go. So let's get these things all placed in here. All right, so as you can see up in the left, we got the build progress growing, but you can see we're at 1 of 3. So this has got 3 stages in it for building. So the first one is just the framing of it. Then we're going to add in a little bit more stability and things to it. We just need the rope, right? Oh, no. Oh, we still need long sticks and regular sticks. Oh, boy. We're going to be a little while here. So let me get this all finished up. I'll bring you guys back when we're all done with it. That way, I'm not wasting a bunch of your time, and we can just kind of fly through this first part at least a little bit. All right, so one thing you guys will catch there just as it's probably going away, there is a use it and get better system in this, which is really nice. So the more you do something, the better you get at doing it. And the same goes for your villagers, as far as I understand. So there you go. We get a building level up right here, which is going to help us to be better at building, essentially. And now we need bark, which good thing we've got plenty of bark sitting around out here. That's firewood, not bark. All right, we don't need this long log here or this long stick for what we got going on, but I'm going to bring it back to the base since I was already headed back this way. We'll supply this. Let's get this built. This is a place that we can sleep. We can also make it a place that our villager can sleep. We can give them a home. So I believe after this, we're going to want to build the Eye of Odin, if I can. Perfect. So we want the Eye of Odin. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build shelters around this fire. So I want this to be as close to the fire as I can. I think probably... I don't think this gets any bigger. I could be wrong. So I'm going to want to put it here so then we can kind of build the entire village around these. I did not notice that this one is here. I think we can still fit a shelter in here. If not, that's okay. We can kind of make this a walkway with a well right there. So the well is close to all of these people when they are sleeping. Terraforming. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I guess it's good morning, guys. We have survived for one day. That's always nice. One thing we are going to need, I'm pretty sure, is we're going to need these large stones that come from these little stone deposits. So I'm going to have to grab the little stones here. Hopefully, there we go. Oh, why did I not pick up you guys too? Must have been too far away. That's all right. We've already got one of these large stones back at the base, which I believe is straight ahead. Yeah. It's a little difficult to see it, but that's okay. We've got one stone back here already. We'll have to go grab one more, but we do have one in the area, which is nice. So we'll supply this, get working up on this, hurt ourselves while working. Always nice. Must have been hammering in a nail there and smashed our thumb. Typical. And, oh, we only needed 2. Perfect. I didn't realize. I thought it was 3. That's fine. I'll take just the 2. All right, so now we can open up the storage and we can throw in the Jotun blood. Now, how do I transfer this over? Right click. Perfect. And we can summon a villager. Now, the cool thing about villagers is they all have perks, 3 of which that we can't see just yet. But we'll see. This is a retired bowman, so they're proficient archer. Okay, they draw strength from thunderstorms. So, okay, so the 2 good perks here. Ooh, he works at night when he's got a forger's instinct. I think we're going to go with Bjorn here because finding people that work at night is actually extremely useful. So to grab one this early on is going to be very, very nice. He will be here in 3 minutes. And our first couple of villagers actually will be here fairly early. Yes, thank you. But it will take a little bit of time to... Oh, okay. It will take a little bit of time for him to get here. Now it'll be 3 minutes, and then I think it goes up to 8 minutes, I believe. I think it goes to 5 first and then up to 8 potentially, or maybe it stays at 5. But we are trying to get ourselves some Jotun blood here, and I believe we have the chance to get somewhere between 2 and 4 Jotun blood from these little ones. Okay, maybe it's 1 to 4. That kind of stinks. I'm just going to leave those little stones there. We don't need those in our inventory. What else do we get in our inventory? Some sticks and things. We want to eat these. Those are berry seeds. We'll eat the eggs. One thing we want to build next, I think, is the gatherer's hut. Gatherer's pit. So we're going to want this. I'm going to stick it over here. It's okay if this is up a little bit. We're going to spin it around so it faces in this direction. We're going to let our guy help us build this, as well as be a gatherer for us as well. So that way basically he can gather himself his food, which will be nice to have. We want to make sure that, I believe we're going to have to make him some things here. So he's going to need a hammer. And he's going to need a wooden hoe. So we want that hammer and that hoe. We'll give those to him when he gets here. That way he can help us with this stuff. There we go. Couldn't quite see the squares. Yeah, so this is just raising it up a tiny bit. Nothing crazy. But once we get this down, what we can do is we can actually kind of just drop the trees down and have them be ready for harvest. I will supply this with the rope. But once these trees and stuff are ready to be harvested, when he gets here, he'll come in and he'll grab the stuff and he'll start building this for us. So it's very nice to have at least one villager with you when you start building, you know, a big part of your village. Because they can do the building for you while you are doing all the harvesting. So I can just leave this stuff here. He'll be able to do that. We can't do this tree. It's a little bit too big. That's okay. We'll grab this one. All right, so he is here. We'll go put some stuff in his inventory. I don't know exactly where he ended up. Where'd he go? Where are you, buddy? Hello? Oh, there he is. See, he's already grabbing stuff and he's going over there. Let's get his inventory. If I can get to him. Open the menu. Inventory. Oh, you actually come with a hoe, a pickaxe. Oh, I didn't realize you come with all that stuff standard. Oh, nice. That's good. I didn't realize that. I am going to grab some water. Perfect. And then once he gets this thing built for us, I don't know what else we need. I'm just going to pin the recipe so I can kind of keep an eye on what he's got going on. Long sticks is what he's doing next. So him and I are going to work together here. We're going to get this gatherer's hut built. And then I'm going to assign him to the gatherer's hut for a little bit just so that he can go out and get some food. That way he's got food for himself. And then I'm also going to work on getting... I got to get the fire going because he's going to need that. I'm also going to switch him to nighttime work shortly because I'll show you guys how that system works as well. Perfect. So we're going to manage workers. We're going to assign him to this. So he's going to work that and go do some gathering. And then I'm also going to assign him to this shelter. Like so. And then there should be a way from... I'll show you guys in a second when we I don't want to swap him over just yet to doing night work, but I will do so eventually because he doesn't need to sleep the first day. He'll be okay if he doesn't sleep the first day. We're just going to add some fuel. Why bark? It's interesting to me that it wants to burn bark. Do I not have anything else in my inventory to burn? Oh, I don't have any firewood. Okay. That would make sense. All right, so if we come in here to the settlement menu, you can see here we can do a little thing here with his schedule. So I don't want to change it 100% yet. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm going to wait a few more minutes before I do that. I want to see how much he's got gathered over here to see if he's got... Okay, so we've got a little bit, we got some eggs in there. We've got some garlic and onions, and we have got, what's this, feather and seeds. Perfect. So we've got a little bit of food. I'm going to let him go for a little bit longer, and then we're going to work on a few other things. We're going to have him help us with lumbering. We're going to have him help us with some stone gathering as well. And we're going to need to get a warehouse built. So then we can start, assign somebody to the warehouse and they'll just kind of pick up all the stuff that we need. But let's check out what we need for... Here we go. I keep clicking on all the wrong stuff. So we need a woodcutter's pit. So we're just going to place this down. Let's take a look at our map really quick. Hold on. Let's see. So this is hardwoods here. This is all softwoods. This is all softwood down here. I guess if I just stick it up this way by the gatherer's pit, that'll be okay. They'll run out of wood fairly soon. Actually, you know what? Let's stick it down here because I think they'll be able to grab this stuff too. So if we go straight ahead in this direction and we place the woodcutter's pit up here, I think this will be a good spot for it. It's a little bit away, which isn't my favorite, but that'll be nice to do. So I'm going to get this place down here, and then we'll get somebody to come in and help us shortly. Once nighttime comes around, I'm going to go grab some more Jotun blood so we can call in our next worker. So there's that, and then we also want the stone cutter's pit. And then this we will place... does it really matter? Probably not. Let's just stick it up here by this one. I think that'll be useful for us. So we'll just stick that one there. We can get those built up here as we go along here at night. I'll actually allow him to help me build these. Tonight, I'll start, chopping down some trees and getting some of that stuff going. Let's see. I might as well get some of that stuff started now. Then once nighttime comes around, we can jump in and do some other things. And you know what? I might as well change him here. So I believe this way. So you get your schedule up here for time. You can change when he works, when he sleeps. So for right now, we're going to change all of this to work. And he likes to work at night. So I think working at night, we'll say from 7 to... We'll say 7 to 6. And let's throw in some sleep here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll give him 9 hours of sleep. We'll give him 2 hours of leisure here and 1 hour here. How many? That's 5, 6, 7. So we'll do this for now. And then actually I'll do this. That gives him his sleep and gives him some good leisure time as well. Yes, we want to apply those changes. Let's see. We can copy the schedule from there. I forgot to create this as a... We'll call this night shift. So there we go. So now we have night shift that we can use. And we can set that to anybody else that will have that sleep schedule as well. So right now, he is probably... He should end up being in leisure time, I think, right? It's 7. Let me just double check to see. I gotta click on this to get rid of that. Oh, no, he's at work time again. Okay, perfect. So we did it kind of at the right time. So he's going to keep working. Yeah, it literally ticked over like just after we told him he could go have leisure time. Sorry, buddy. But he's going to keep working on this, and I'm going to switch him off of this shortly to help us do some other stuff as soon as we can. Yeah, we got quite a bit of food in here. So I'm going to eat some of this food, get us going, and then I've got a lot of harvesting that I need to get done here. So I'm going to go up this way because this is what we're building. We're going to get this stuff harvested around here. We'll take him off of that gathering pit. He'll start building all this stuff for us. He'll have plenty of resources here to do so. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep working through the night. Once we get our next villager ready to come in, I'll bring you guys back and we'll go through it that way.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. It is morning, and we have survived for day 2. And if we come over here, we have got enough Jotun blood in here to be able to summon ourselves another person, villager. There we go. Wow, that was a tough word to get out for some reason. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Green Thumb. This guy here, I'm going to go with him. Even though this guy has the Tireless Vitality, which I feel like is a really, really good perk. I want somebody that has farming, and that's going to be super important to us, and you will see why in a little bit. But I'm actually going to take this guy off of the Stonecutter's Pit. He's been working on it for a little while. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I take that back. I'm going to let him do the Stonecutter's Pit for now. I'm going to, I guess I'm just going to chop down some more trees and stuff. We need to get to the... Did we set all of the things down, right? Yes, yes. So that means that we can go from the... Get us the workshop pit. Now, this thing is absolutely massive, and I kind of want to put it up here on the hill, just behind this stuff, I think, which means we're going to have to get rid of this tree right here. And the reason I want to put it up here is I kind of want it up out of the way, which gives us a good way to have kind of some of the bigger industry stuff up here, and then do most of the village things, you know, the cooking place, the stuff like that. Do that down a little bit further. So we'll get that stuff out of the way. I don't know if I need to pick this up, actually. Let me see if we will be okay with placing this down on top. I do need to make some more rope. And then, as you can see, it is red on that one end, but the red is it's just a stump. So you want to make sure that you have these extensions. That's what these other green and red things are. And you want those extensions to be able to be built. So that is just a stump, so we're good there. I can get rid of that stump when what's his name comes in. Hopefully this does not raise this up too much. I kind of wish that it would pick like a middle spot, which maybe it does. Maybe it'll pick like this middle spot, and that's the height that it goes with, because that won't be too bad of a height. But I'm going to get rid of this stump now so that I don't forget. And I broke the axe. Okay, well, I guess I gotta make a new one. Okay, we've got our axe back. I actually want to... I wish that when the first one you did was like what gave you the level you're gonna... Ooh. That might not work. That's not good. I should have put it back a little bit further. But, so that's the other thing that I need to get used to. Oh, sweet, Dag is here. Dag should start building the stuff that's down there and start doing the leveling and things of the other stuff, which is perfect. That's what I wanted. I want him to work on that stuff. I did not want this. Can I just... Can I... How do I get rid of this log? Thank you. Okay, I just need to not be near something else. Man. I don't know what to do about this. I feel like this is going to be a little bit too high. I don't know if the villagers will be able to do it properly. So what I'm going to try is, once we get this all leveled out here, is use the terraforming tool, which somebody will be using, which Dag will be using as well, to flatten some land. Ooh, I'm seeing some of the stuff he's got going on for other perks, and I'm actually... Actually pretty excited about that. So let's see if here with the terraforming tool we can make a, is it path? Oh, we need the workshop pit first. Okay. Because I believe this here, I thought there was one that we could use to, I think it is the path maker. We'll flatten it and make it so that this is an easier place to walk up and down. So there we go. See, he's working on getting his own shelter built, which is exactly what we want. We're going to gather some more sticks here. And we're going to, I want to check on, oh, actually, he's probably sleeping right now, right? Because he's our night shift guy. Yeah. Okay. So he is sleeping right now, which means we're going to need somebody, most probably me, to get all this other stuff built. So I'm going to try to get this workshop pit built, because that workshop pit's going to allow us to get the next level of pickaxe and axe, which is going to make it much faster for us to be able to get wood and stone, and most importantly, more Jotun blood. Because we really want to get a farm up and running, and I really want to get it up and running within the next couple of days, if possible. Because it is going to be very important. Oh, okay. I wanted the bark for to turn into rope, because we're going to need lots of rope. And that's what he is missing down there, is rope. So we're going to toss that on there. I'm going to pin this recipe as well. Can I? Okay, I did pin it. It took a second, I feel like. Let's see. We need rope for the shelter. I think that shelter's a little bit more important at the moment. So let's see. What do we got? Oh, we got plenty. Let's just scrap those. I gotta drop this firewood down. Can I? Okay, it doesn't have an inventory. I was hoping to. Is that all of the firewood I had? No, I've still got one more. Perfect. All right, so that's fully fueled. And now we need to make some more rope. Rope is like the most important thing in this game. And it does take a lot of rope to do everything. I did not want to do that. So I'm going to finish building this so that he'll keep working on the worker's pit. And as you can see, we do have this started over here. Did I build my well? I feel like I built a well. Maybe I didn't. Did we not get that far? Yeah, water well. So we want to build a water well, and we will build one here. So I'm going to drink out of this first. Then we're going to supply this. Do we have enough stuff in there? What are we missing? Oh, did I not have anything? Sweet. Love it. I had a few things, nothing crazy. And we need a rope up here at the workman's, this pit up here. Workshop pit. So we'll put the rope in there. He will finish building that for us. And then we can grab some small stones, which should be in here. I think we need more than 12, right? No, we needed 9. Perfect. And we need some sticks. We'll grab those from this. And we can chop down another tree as well. It's not going to hurt anything to have another tree down. So this game, it's really fun because I like the village management aspect of it is really, really nice. But also the bits of survival that are added into it as well, I really enjoy. And it's one of those games where if you like survival games and if you want people to basically help you do the other stuff, like the gathering and things, yeah, you have to do it yourself to start with, but you're going to get villagers that are going to do it for you. And that's really, really nice. I like that. Looks like we got the workshop pit done. So I'm actually going to finish chopping this up. He'll probably finish the well, although maybe not. I don't know if he's got enough resources laying around to finish the well. But I'm going to go to the workshop pit. And we are going to... I don't know if this is the most efficient, so, you know, you don't always have to follow my lead here. But I'm going to put this stuff down over here and supply this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab as much little stone as I can because I need that for a pickaxe. We had a spot here, right? Hopefully we can get through this and we'll have enough of the... I don't remember exactly how many stone blades we need. Hopefully we'll get enough out of this. And then I might as well carry this with me and toss it in the stonecutter's pit. And when it's time for... actually, you know what? I might have this guy go do wood cutting now. Where is he? Right? Because you're just doing... whatever. I didn't even look at these. I forgot. More efficiently in snow weather. That's nice. Natural born hunter. Ooh, a heavy hitter. That's good too. So he's a winter huntsman. He's a winter guy, and he's a heavy hitter. That should be super useful for us. Because we're going to need some people to... basically to help defend us. It's not the easiest thing to do by myself. So we are going to assign him here so that he has his shelter that he can go to. And worst case scenario, we can always sleep in in the other shelter if we need to when the other person is out working. So he's going to start doing wood for us. I need to see if we have enough stuff for stone. So now we can craft all this stuff in here so we can make stone blades and things. We don't have enough for 5. Hopefully we don't need 5. So this is what we want, is the large pickaxe. Oh, we did need 5, but we've got enough stuff. I just need a few more sticks. We got some, nice, some dwarf spruces here. So the beginning part of this, the first few days, is always going to be a lot of gathering by yourself, or, you know, you doing a lot of the gathering and things until you can get enough stuff to kind of let your guys do everything by themselves. There is... yeah, you're going to want a lot of villagers, and the biggest thing is getting your farm up and running because you need flax. Flax is the biggest thing that you're going to need. This one. So there we go. So we now have that, and then we'll work on getting this. So we're going to need more stone blades and a few more sticks. But he's going to get that stuff. So what I'm going to do is, since it's nighttime as well, we're going to go look for the big Jotun blood things here, and we're going to start harvesting up these. Now that we can harvest these with the level 2 pickaxe, we're going to get more Jotun blood, but we're also going to get more stone, which means that we can use that stone to help make ourselves the axe, which we'll be able to use to chop down the bigger fir trees. And we can, once we get enough of this stuff for the rest of our villagers to use, we can give them the level 2 pickaxes and regular axes, so then they can start harvesting that extra stuff as well. So I'm just going to pick up this Jotun blood that's sitting here on the ground while I'm waiting for my stamina. And then obviously, you know, the good part is we are leveling up our skills. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but obviously, you know, this has got a use it and get better at it type system, which is very nice. So I'm going to grab that Jotun blood. He's going to pick up the rest of it and take it back to base, which is perfect. And we're going to see if we get some more. We do have some more over here. Now, I obviously have no idea where any, like, of the mines or anything that are on this map are. I haven't been on here to play this one, so There are going to be some things that we need to look out for. I'm actually going to drink my water to get my stamina and stuff back. We'll eat some berries. There we go. Get our food back up. Now we should be nice and satiated. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure where any of the things are on this map. So we're going to have to do some exploration. But for us to do exploration, we're going to need our villagers to be able to work and kind of collect supplies and stuff while we're gone. We're going to need somebody for a cooking hut. We're going to need somebody to run a farm. We're going to need some people for the woodcutter's pit. We're going to need people for the workshop. You know, there's a lot. And I'm going to pick up all this small stone. I'll leave that big one there. We'll run over here. We'll do a little bit more Jotun blood farming, I believe. Let me check, make sure we've got space for it. We do. If we're lucky, I think we might be able to come out of this with enough Jotun blood for 2 more villagers. Now, I do believe that the amount of villagers you have is what determines the raids that happen and how powerful those raids are. I have done 0 combat in this game, and the raids are called blood moons. You also can get raided by some other things as well, I believe. But blood moons, I think, are the most dangerous ones that there are. So you don't ever want to be too far away from your village when it's undefended like ours is now, because of the fact that if a blood moon happens, you don't want to lose all of your stuff. I don't believe we're going to have enough. I am going to pick up all the small stone. I feel like that's important. And then our base is over this way. Let me check. Do we have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. We need 2 more. Can I get 2 out of this? Can I get lucky, please? Oh no. Well, here comes our first bit of fighting. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay. I need to learn dodging for sure. Can you swing? Oh, I'm out of stam. Okay. I was like, why am I not swinging? There we go. Okay, that did not go anywhere near as well as I hoped it would. So I need to start practicing this. We need a stone blade. And we can do that. Actually, we might as well make a bunch of them because that's what the purpose of this mission was anyway. We will make ourselves a knife. Hopefully we can get this guy harvested and we'll get some good stuff out of this. Now the problem is we don't really have the cooking hut yet, which means we're not going to be able to utilize this as well as I would like to. Oh, there is a skinning thing. I did not realize that. Interesting. Wow, this is taking forever. All right, we almost have this guy harvested. It has taken almost a full... It took 1 full and then about a half of a stamina bar. Ooh, those are some big chunks of meat. And then I think we gained 4 levels in that just by... So I can grab this meat hunk. Okay. I kind of wanted this Jotun blood. Did I finish this off? I did not. Can I put that down and finish harvesting this? Hopefully we can get 1 more Jotun blood. We did not. That stinks. That's okay. We'll grab this. Pick this guy back up. I have no idea what to do with this, honestly, since we don't have a cooking hut, but I don't know if those things like spoil or go away, so I didn't want to just leave it there. I wanted to hopefully be able to do something with it. So as you can see, I've been flattening this little bit of an area over here because I want to make everything somewhat the same height. You know, we've got a weird height thing going on here around this pit, the fire pit here, so I just kind of wanted to do something not quite so crazy. What can we make something on here? We can make a barbecue. Can we make the cooking hut yet. We must build a we don't have a gatherer's hut? Did I really not build a gatherer's hut? I thought we had a gatherer's hut. Oh, we need the hut. Okay. So wait, what do I do with the gatherer's pit then? I guess we'll put it here. I don't know, honestly. So do we not need the pit anymore? Oh, shoot. I should probably be calling in our next villager. Let me go do that. And I might actually take Dag off of the woodcutter's pit for now so that he can work on that. Can I unassign him from here? Actually, no, it's Bjorn who's actually working right now. I can't. I don't think. Oh, I put this down backwards. That's good. We are going to dismiss you from here so that you will go build. And you'll go get that built over there. Oh, probably going to need rope at some point, so I probably should pin this so that I know when it needs rope. Needs rope now. So there we go. All right, so he's going to have to get some logs, some long sticks. Oh, we need logs for that, which means I need the other axe. So then I can knock down some bigger trees, because that's what we get logs from. So if we come in here, hopefully, I think we will have enough blades to make this. We just need a little more sticks, which we should have some sticks in here. That's thatch, bark. Oh, this is sticks. That looked really weird for some reason in that light. What do we need? I think we just needed 2, right? Perfect. Get ourselves the large stone axe, which is going to be super important for us. Let me see. Can I put this down here instead? Okay. We want 3. So these are the big ones, which will give us the logs. So hopefully, by the time he's done grabbing some large stone, which we should have some in the stonecutter's pit, he should have some that he was working on as well. Oh, shoot. I forgot to go get our next villager on the way. I just wanted to get this chopped down and get running with other stuff. The next thing we're going to look at is the farm and see what it takes for us to get the farm. Because if we can get that farm down and running, that'll be super useful for us. I want to see how many logs we get out of this, because if we can get the full 3 logs, then we're golden. Now I've got K-pop Demon Hunter stuck in my head. Looks like it only gave us 2, but it gave us a bunch of long sticks, which is nice. So let's open this up. 5. We just need 1 more for the next person. Resilient Surge. Find my inner strength when my health is at its lowest. He does not like the rain, which is probably not a good thing. You're going to be a hungry, thirsty boy. Sure. I don't like either of those options, but that's what we'll go with. I don't think there's a way for us to change that in any way. And then we are going to harvest this one, and this should give us... There we go, day 3. I was hoping to have the farm done by the end of this day, and depending on what we have going on here, I'm not sure if I want to do 3 or 4 days per episode. And I think we're getting pretty close to... We might try to do like 1 full season. But things are going to get busier and crazier kind of as this goes along. So the seasons might take more than 1 episode eventually. I kind of want to just, make sure I get enough stuff in each episode. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Kind of have a loose schedule as to what I'm looking at. 3-4 days, maybe even a full season. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it all runs. There we go. And we're standing right here, so we might as well pick up one of these logs and toss it on here. I think our guy might actually be done working for the day. But we'll have our other guy show up soon, which will help us build that. So let me see what we need. So we know what we needed for the cooking pit. Right? Where was it? In here? Where was the cooking pit? Here. So we needed to have the gatherer's hut for that. And then to get a farm, we also need the gatherer's hut. So I guess, you know what? We're going to harvest this. Because it's right here, which means that when this new villager arrives, should have everything he needs to be able to finish building that. I hope. And then we can go off and grab some more Jotun blood. Hopefully some more nearby. We only need one more to be able to get our next villager. We are going to need another shelter. But the good news is when it comes time for sleepy time, if this guy is whether he's daytime or nighttime, should not matter. I'm just going to leave that because he'll be here in 45 seconds. Have you refilled? You have not. It's okay. We have our well. Our well should hold like 50 water, I believe. Something like that. So that is super nice. Okay. And then we want to gather so we can fill up our water skin. Oh, that increases our gathering as well. So the only thing with the rain collector is you have to build a rain collector before you can get a well. So this rain collector really isn't useful for us anymore, which is perfectly okay. So we can't actually flatten this terrain here. I would like to get this flattened though. So I'm going to do a little bit of this stuff so you can see how deep down we are now. So he's here. Let me see. Oh, it looks like he was also... That's either gatherer or it's a farming one. I can't quite remember. So we've got some stone here that we can... Are these just large stones that we can pick up? It is. So once this is all flattened here, we can start using this to build some of our things. Farms are... I think we can make a 16 plot farm is the biggest you can do. Oh, this is where we put our gatherers thing. It's over here. I'd completely forgot where we put this. Oh, it took 10 eggs. Okay. There they are. Perfect. All right, let's go see if we can find some more Jotun blood. And I also need to get myself a weapon. That's kind of the next thing I need to really focus on. There's this big thing of Jotun blood up here. So I'm going to grab this. We're going to let that guy finish building, or at least continue working on the gatherer's pit. Or gatherer's hut, I suppose. So I don't know if we need the pit anymore. That is one thing I am certainly not sure of. But if we can get this Jotun blood shards... There's one right there. That's all that we need, but we're going to finish this off, obviously. Oh, man. Okay, so apparently this is where the wolves are. Can I get out my axe instead? I'm going to try to use this to, like... Oh, man. This could be really bad. Okay. We really need to start getting better at this. And also... Oh, man, there's another one up there. So we must be near a wolf den. Okay, this is actually going to stay here, and we're just going to pick up the Jotun blood. Okay, smokers. Smokers are the rabbit thingies. They are not dangerous. They can be scared away, I'm pretty sure. We're just going to come over here by this gatherer's pit, I think, because that's probably where they're going to run to. Is to try to steal our food out of here. They will steal other things as well. I also need to heal. Is there, like, a good way to... Like, does this heal me? I don't think it did. I don't see the smokers anywhere. Do they show up on the map at all? doesn't look like it. I just don't want them stealing our food. That's kind of the big thing. What is in here? Whoops. Feathers, seeds. Oh, we do have some fibers in there. Nice. I'm going to take that. Yeah, I don't see any, and we're going to stay away from those wolves that are up there from now on. All right, it looks like this is healing us, so we're going to lay here for a little while and see if we can heal up. I think there is like a healer's hut or something as well, but that's obviously going to be down the line a little bit, so we're feeling energized, so that's good. I'd like to feel not dying. All right, that doesn't seem to be healing us as well as I was hoping, but we need to stay away from this area over here. So this over here is a no-go zone. So we do not want to go over in that direction. Got it. So let's try over in this direction. What do you need, buddy? Ooh, you're about to get that built? Perfect. All right, let's see what we need for the cooking hut. We're going to need a lot of stuff for the cooking hut. What is that? Oh, that's small stone, large stone, logs, rope, sticks, long sticks. Okay. I feel like the cooking hut can go over here as well. I feel like this is a decent spot for it. Although this probably does give... Does it show me if this gives a buff or not? Because there are a lot of buildings that give buffs to things. Yeah, it adds 20 to the area desirability. So we actually kind of want this to be over this way. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to put this just behind here. We're going to stick it kind of like here. And then that will allow this to kind of give a little bit of a buff to the shelters we're going to put over here. But also, we're going to be building bigger shelters at some point. So we might be able to flank this with those. Potentially, we'll see. I don't know how big the area of influence that stuff has. And then the next thing is we need a farm. So if we grab this farm, I think we should be good to put the farm. Should I put it over here by the gatherer's pit? Or gatherer's hut? Maybe. I kind of like this flatter ground over here, though. I feel like this is just better. And maybe if we put it by the cooking, then we can do a... and I want it to be facing the opposite direction like this. For very specific reasons. I honestly, I don't have... I don't really have a specific reason. I probably should have spun it the other way, but I am going to be putting the... let's pin both of these. I want this to be supplied with rope first. Then I'll worry about the rope for the other one after. The reason for it is I want to... words. I want to put the farming plots over where I am standing right now. I want them over this direction because I don't want it to take up space over there or that way. I want to put them out in this direction. And I have an idea that I want to try, and that's to put a second farm here. And I might be able to get all of the farming plots out in this direction, potentially. I'm hoping anyway. That'll be nice if we can do that. We need more rope, as always. I needed 6, and look at that, we have just enough for that. So we are going to supply this. I forgot all about the fact that we have enough to bring us in another person. Ooh, we can upgrade this. An upgraded eye summons villagers and allows you to... Militia can be called upon anytime by using the horn. Stronger than the regular eye. Okay, but that uses Jotun blood to do that, so I don't want to do that just yet. I want to just summon us a new person. Ooh, lumberjack strength. You don't like the rain. But this guy likes to sleep more often, and he's a thirsty boy. So let's go with... Was it Ingrid? I believe is who that was. So we want to have this guy getting all that stuff kind of taken care of. who do we have working on stuff right now? We've got 2 builders. Okay. Let's see. Should I have you go back to... So you're going to be the farmer, so I want to leave him on building for now. Oh, you're in the woodcutter's pit. Okay, you're the guy that's out there right now. Green thumb. You have a talent for farming and gardening as well. So both of you are good farmers. But I think you will be better at using a bow, potentially. I think they do have other stats. Is there a way for me to see? Yeah. So you've got 10 strength and 200 vitality. And then I think you are the other guy. 10 strength, 200. Skinning, farming, building, 1. Okay. So you're both pretty decent. Yeah, this guy's really good at gathering. And ranged combat. So he's going to end up... Yeah. So probably this guy, maybe? I guess it don't really matter which one. We do need to give him a shelter, though. Maybe we can flatten some of this land out in this direction. Oh, we do have the path making now as well. So if I can put this down here, and I want to kind of flatten this area out here. We don't need to go super far. I just want to get... Can I get this put down? Perfect. I just want to get some of this flattened out. Those guys will kind of flatten it out for me. And then we can flatten out this way a tiny bit. I just wanted to get the shelters somewhat on the same level. And not all over the place. That's kind of my hope and my goal. Yeah, we kind of need to do some more stuff here. I think we'll harvest some of these because we're going to need logs. Yeah, this is just there's a lot of harvesting and things here in the early game. We probably got to get somebody back on gathering soon. Maybe that's what the new guy can do. And I didn't think to look, but this villager is taking much longer than the 3 minutes to show up. So that is the point that we are at in the game now. I also need to get myself a better weapon. So we need to go see what we need for that. I don't want to give this axe to the other guy yet. I can take him off the wood cutting because we're probably all set with that for now. Because I can do more wood cutting. So let's take him off of the woodcutter's hut. Plus we have... All right, so this guy's back. Is he doing our nighttime guy? Is that you? Yeah, so you're a builder. So you should be out and about now. Yep, I think so. All right, so the other 2 are going to be ready for sleepy time soon. Which means I can take the guy that is the nighttime guy off of here. So take you off. I want to put you in there. So that should take care of those guys for their sleeping time. They're happy it's leisure time. So that has nobody in it. This looks like it's got a decent amount of stuff in it here. So you guys are both sleeping now? Is that it? Did I do that right, or did I... I feel like bark should be, like, below priority. So Bjorn, I want Bjorn to be homeless and a builder. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay. We're good. We're good. We got the stuff we need. Let's see what we need for a weapon. Now, I have no idea if I am doing this properly or not. Oh, we need to make a roadmaker tool. Interesting. Oh, we need rakes. I forgot about that. Okay, so we're going to need some more rope. Oh, no. Guys, this is not good. This is really not good. Where is this coming from? I don't know if we're going to survive this. We might die. This is the blood moon. I think they're coming from this direction. Yeah, this is the spawner here. I don't know how to get this guy to help me fight. Hey, can you, like, help me fight? Please? I'm going to need it. I am not good at combat in this game, and I don't not know where these guys... Oh, that's not good. We got to fix that, too. They're coming from that direction. Because that's where the spawner is. Oh, I can see one right here. Okay, we can... These guys, I can at least stun quickly, which is good. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, come on, come on. Please. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Come on, stamina, stamina, stamina. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Whew. All right. That was not great. I need to pay attention to my stamina better. I don't know what these guys have on them to harvest from them, but I kind of want to find out. And I feel like we 100% need to get... Did I get anything for that? I don't think I did I? Doesn't seem like it. I'm going to try... Can I lay down? No, these guys are all sleeping. Great, love that. What are we missing over here? You're bringing big logs over. Okay. I'm not 100% sure how to heal. Or at least heal well. I'm going to just kind of keep farming here now that the blood moon is kind of gone. Hopefully we'll be okay. I really want that farm to get done. I don't know if there's a way to, like, prioritize that farm over the other one. Not that I can see. We can build walls and build, I think they're like watchtowers or something, which will make it so that our people will feel more comfortable because they'll be defended. But I also would like to get the militia, which I think I need a horn for. I don't know how to do that. Probably a hunter's hut, actually. They might be able to get the smokers. And I think the smokers have horns, maybe? I feel like that could be a good thing. But we also have the wolves that are really nearby as well. We were looking at... What was we doing? Oh, yeah, we need a weapon. That fire is out, which is probably not the best. But I think in leisure time, people will work on that. So you're not really doing one thing at a time. You're kind of working on both of them at the same time. I don't like that. That's not my favorite. I'm going to grab this so I can bring it over here. That's probably what he's going to end up grabbing now. It's okay. We need it for the farm as well. Oh, I forgot we got a new person. Wow. Everything is just... Everything's going crazy right now. Who is our new guy? This is Bjorn, right? Is he our new guy? No, he's this Ingrid. You don't like that. Oh, okay. You're going to be a good... Ooh, you're good for both wood cutting and for... Okay, so I think you're going to go to the woodcutter's pit for sure. All right, there we go. We have the cooking hut done. So we don't have anything for them to use now that I just done all that, and to be 100% honest. So looks like this lasts for quite a while, actually. So can I like put this in here somewhere? That's the cooked food. Meat storage. Okay, so I can't take that, so we probably have to break this down. Oh, this gives us skinning as well. So I want to see what we can make here. Probably don't want just meat in a thing. We probably want to do some other stuff. So that's 4 meat. Do I have any berries or anything? I don't. So let's see if we can grab some berries. There's none in there. There's just... Oh, great. We're going to have to assign somebody to this. You're the best at gathering. So we're going to put you there. Although you're probably our best hunter as well, which really sucks. All right, let's see if we can find some berries. Just close that. I know I need a worker assigned here. What if we assign... Who was we doing the gathering with? This guy? Yeah. Let's put Bjorn in here and see what this does for us. Okay, I understand the task thing. Okay, so this is just a better version of that. Right? Okay, so it's just he can gather better types of food maybe? Or it just has more storage in it? I'm not really sure what the benefit here is. Yeah, I know you're a bit hungry. I suppose I can cook a piece of meat. Going to need... Oh, wait, I have 3 eggs. Can I do 3 eggs in here? Oh, I need more water. How do I fill up the water? There we go. Is that going to make anything for me? It's going to be a little while. Let's get some fuel. We can chop up some of these logs. But yeah, I'm going to keep working on this stuff. Trying to see if I can figure out how to get healed up. Otherwise, we're going to end up dying. I don't know if there is a permadeath thing on here, but we're not doing that. Permadeath is way too stressful for me. And there it is, right there. We are on day 4 of surviving. Barely, but, you know, we survived, so that's always nice. We'll add 2 fuel to this to get that up a little bit. The other people, it's leisure time. They will add fuel to that as well. And then we can add some fuel to this one to make sure it is fully cooked. Please pick up your items. Okay, so we made... Oh, whoa, we made 4 meat soups. Nice. Can I eat one of these? That did not do anything for healing. Perfect. Let's deposit... We'll just put 2 of them down for now. I'll keep the other one on me so I can eat it later. Sorry, guys. They're for me. All right. That's where we're going to end this episode. So we figured out how to make some food. We've got the farmer's thing up here. I'm going to get some fields put down. Hopefully get some more people in. I need to get some weapons. Oh my gosh, I've got so much to do, guys. But yeah, thank you all for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's episode, I really would appreciate it if you hit that like button and if you subscribe to the channel. But that's it for this one. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.